I see a lot of salespeople, they make one follow-up call and they give up. And they don't call them for 3-4 months. And then I transfer that customer to another salesperson. And the new salesperson closed the deal. If you just follow up one more time, they will buy it from you. I don't understand why salespeople don't do follow-up. It's so stupid.
Take effing action. Put it together. And subscribe to Tom Penn's channel on YouTube now. Yeah, I like it. It's crazy.
So if you do everything right, you close the deal at presentation. If you did not close the customer at presentation, that means you did something wrong. Usually what they will say is, I need to think about it. I don't have the money right now. I need to talk to my boss. Usually those are three biggest reasons. If they say, I need to talk to my boss, then you did not reach the key decision maker. If they say, I don't have the money right now, your prospect is too small. If they say, I need to think about it, or it's too expensive, that means you did not do the presentation well enough, meaning that they don't understand what you're selling, so they cannot justify the price for the product. So most of your deals will not close out presentation because you're not master sales yet, because you're going to make mistakes. That's okay. And then you'll have to go to the next step in the process, which is follow up. So the customer says, I need to think about it. I don't have the money right now. It's too expensive. I need to talk to my boss. Now it goes to follow up. And when it goes into follow up, I want to set your expectation. Usually it takes between 7 to 10 phone calls, not yellow messages, phone calls to close the deal, not yellow messages. I only count phone calls. Again, here we're playing the numbers game. You need to follow up 7 to 10 times before they buy. Every time you follow up, you answer their objection. If they say, I need to talk to my boss, you ask them, have you talked to your boss yet? Maybe we can set up a call together and call your boss. So you're fixing that mistake that you made. Now you try to get to the key decision maker. If they say, I need to think about it, you call them back and then you ask them, have you thought about it? What are you thinking about? What problems are still troubling you? I can answer you right now. You don't need to think to yourself. I have all the answers, right? And you try to, again, go back and fix your presentation. Everyone understand what I say? Key is 7 to 10 calls. I see a lot of salespeople, they make one follow-up call and they give up. And they don't call them for 3-4 months. And then I transfer that customer to another salesperson. And the new salesperson closed the deal. If you just follow up one more time, they will buy it from you. I see a lot of that. I don't understand why salespeople don't do follow-up. It's so stupid. You did everything. You did everything in the process. You found the customer. You made the first contact. And then you did the presentation. You did everything. And then last step, you give up. And then some other salesperson, one call, they close the deal. When that happens, the salesperson is unhappy. Well, that's my customer. And I'm like, well, you didn't follow up. Too bad. So if the customer is not follow up for more than 30 days, that lead gets transferred to another salesperson. So don't forget to follow up. Everybody understand? Good. Let me tell you a story. Remember I said there's 2 salespeople that can reach me in the last 5 years, and both of them are doing business with my companies. I want to tell you the story of Chris and Robert Walters. So about 3 years ago, this guy named Chris from Robert Walters called our customer service actually. And this is the one where the customer service is running to my office and say, Tom, this is so important. And I pick up a hello sales call. Robert Walters is a recruitment company. They help companies hire people. So I said, we don't use recruiters. We don't hire people through recruiters, but thank you for calling. Bye-bye. But now he's got my phone number. So he called me 2 days later. He said, Chris is a Vietnamese guy, but he studied in Australia. That's why he has an English name. So Chris called me and he said, Tom, I have 2 really good Java developers you should interview right now. See, he's giving me key value propositions. Tell me something important, irresistible offer, right? And I said, well, no, we don't use recruiters. I don't need any Java right now. Thank you. Bye-bye. And 2 days later, he called me again. He says, we have some really good QA testers you should meet. And I was like, no, I have no demand. Hang on. And it did not stop. He called me every 2 days. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, he would call me. You know how long this lasted? Can you guess?
Maybe 1 month.
Okay.
Is it correct?
No. He called me for 8 fucking months. 8 fucking months. Every 2 days. Holy fuck. Most of the time, I just hang up. I don't even answer. This guy just wouldn't stop. 8 months later, I run into a big problem. One of my customers want me to hire 20 people immediately. Buyer, right now. I'm like, how am I going to hire 20 people right now? Can you guess who I think about first?
Think about the guy
Who's the guy?
call you Amen. Is it right?
What's his name?
The guy follow you.
Anybody know his name? Or are you all sleeping?
Chris?
Yes. So I called Chris. Hey, Chris, I need to hire 20 .NET developers. Can you do that? Yeah. Okay. Well, let's sign contract. He called me so much. Now there's a repetition. I remember him. I cannot forget him. And when I really need it, that's the first person I think of. Just like Samsung. Actually, Chris and Robert Walter did a really good job for us. So they hired a lot of people in my company. And we're still working with them today. In the last 2-3 years, we probably paid them about 3T in service fees. So that made Chris the #1 salesperson at Robert Walter because of this account. And of course, Chris is very thankful. And every quarter, he wants to take me out for lunch to thank me. But every time I tell him that it's not me. I did not do it for him. He did it himself. The reason why this happened is because he couldn't stop calling me. Am I telling you to follow every customer? The answer is no. You have to know which one's potential, which ones are not. If you sell beefsteak and you follow up vegetarians, then that will not work. If you sell comb and you target bald people, it will not work. The reason why Chris followed me so hard is because he knows my business. He knows what we do. He knows eventually at some point in time that I'm going to need him. Okay. And you have to make 7 to 10 calls before you close the deal. In the case of Chris, he called over 100 calls to get the deal, but it was a big deal. Understand? That's it. That is it. I just give you 4 steps in this process. So simple. Step 1, what is it?
Finding your customer.
Step 2.
Make the first contact.
Step 3.
Presentation.
And step 4.
Follow-up.
Yes. I already gave the answer to the test. If you fail that, you're an idiot. I guarantee you there'll be somebody answer the 4 steps wrong because they're not really listening. Okay?